Hello folks, how are you doing? Hello Treebor, hello Myopic Duck. And anyone else who's in the chat. Lurking. Oh, how's it going? I'm playing a little more of this game. I played Sekiro yesterday, so that means I'm allowed. And also I got a lot of work done today on a video, which means I'm allowed to slack now and and play some Satisfactory. Right, so I'm thinking it might be train time. I'm not sure though. So I added a couple of extra things to the factory. Are you pivoting to a Sonic video? I wasn't working on that video, but I am thinking about it a little. Just because it'd be such an easy one to knock out, the Sonic vid. Nobody's trying to make them fight. Oh god. Birds of Prey versus Sonic. What a load of shit. So as for new things on the factory, this is project assembly. Look at it. It's making the bits, the things, adaptive control units that we need 100 of, and we have. I've already put 50 in the machine, so there's 6 more, right? So yeah, I built a little project assembly platform where we can like make to order things for this space elevator up here. On top of the quick wire, I'm making. I am getting sucked off the platform by a big tube. We're making Caterium computers. So they're filling up, that's all nice. And this is expandable afterwards. I like having the level 1 belts so you can see the things going down it all slow. Look at that, isn't it wonderful? Please don't say that again. I also have some rubber. I also, since I figured everyone would gang up and come and burn my house down. If I didn't, I routed the rubber and the plastic through the factory so it doesn't run along the floor. It goes through the walls now. So when all the walls are on, it'll be gone. What's this bit doing? I mainly just added a bunch of manufacturers to the top of the existing factory levels. This is making high-speed connectors. There they go there. Should have made a few hundred of these by now. Oh yeah, look, it's nearly filled the box. And they're coming out at a blistering pace. And then there was something up the top of this one as well. That's motors. But then I routed something else up here. What is this? Oh, this is crystal oscillators. I think, but it only makes 2 every 2 minutes. So I'm making 1 per minute, but they only come out. They come out hardly ever. Yeah, here's one about to be done. Back at the factory today, indeed. So there we go, we've got crystal oscillators being created exceptionally slowly. Oh, but we got 304 of them. Was kind of hoping for Demon of Hatred. Oh, I needed a break after Owl. Can't go learning another new fight. So that's everything new in the factory. I also put a radio tower up over there. With a tube to get up there. A really long tube. Goes like through the jungle and then up. And you lose a lot of speed going up. Speedy. It's a lot speedier coming down. This game looks quite pretty. It's alright, isn't it? It runs a lot better than it did in the previous updates as well. There we go, so we have a bird's eye view of the factory. You can see my two coal stations over there. You can see the oasis with the water pumps in it. You can see how long my my pipeline is. That's one thing I'm thinking about replacing with a train. Because I don't trust the long pipes. What game is this? It's called Satisfactory. Although, up here isn't done. It's just a flat texture. I don't know what they're going to put in here. It looks like a lake, but the water level's too low. How long did it take you to get this far? Oh, this is like a few dozen hours in.
Hello there.
You'd stay alive through this. Thank you very much. Juice gang? For subbing with Twitch Prime. I don't know how to pronounce the name of your gang, I'm very sorry. So, yeah, that was fast. I also set up some fuel generators over by the other oil patch by the sea. And there's 6 oil patches, I think, and I set up fuel generators on 3 of them. So we can set up more if we need it, but right now we are doing fairly well. Like, we're in no danger of tripping it. Yet, anyway. Did you just continue on your last game with the update? No. I started over in this new area. But it's a lot quicker getting up to speed once you sort of know what like where the game's unfolding than doing it first time. Like this smelter setup and all these basic whatever they're called, constructors. I haven't had to touch them since I put them in. They just make all the plates and rods I need. Alright, so we're going to have to take this out, put that on standby. Put the remaining stuff just in this. So that's going to make 2 more. Which will be 4 more. Yeah, 2 more crafts of 2 each, and then that'll be us with the adaptive control units. This game is as good as Factoria. It's got its pluses and minuses versus Factorio. They're both excellent games, though. Everything I designed was around not knowing what the next tier would bring, but I tried to assume. Like, there's a lot of things you need to a lot of lessons you need to learn in this game, mainly about verticality and the fact that you definitely can't cheat. Like, if all the... Like, you need to put down a factory floor. It's much better to put in rows of machines that are expandable and linked together than just try and do everything all higgledy-piggledy like. There we go. 48. Oh, we're out of circuit boards. Oh, because the other circuit boards are in this machine, obviously. And then this shouldn't have a recipe, but whatever, it's on standby. I know who you're talking about. I don't. Who am I talking about? Alright, so when that's done. As you got nuclear power, did you delete a lot of your coal power stations? I don't think I did in my last game. I just left them there. I can foresee doing that if we needed the coal for something else, like making steel or something. But we actually have more, we've got more coal right over this way, over here, I think. Right. Over there somewhere, yeah. Alright. They're the other two adaptive control units. We can flick that on standby. One thing I'm not making right now is fuel. I'm not making packaged fuel. And I'll show you why in a second. There we go. So it's fun to watch. Very cool. Alright, so unavailable in early access now, so that's the space elevator sorted. Now we see what's available in the next tiers, which is aluminum, whatever he's, how's it called? I forget what this game calls it. Aluminum. That's how the Americans say it, isn't it? So, oh, there's nothing in tier 8. So 7, we've got bauxite refinement, which gets us the fancier belts, level 5 belts. Aluminum sheets, ingots, scrap, extracted from bauxite. Oh, that's new. Yeah. Wow, that's confusing. Alright, advanced aluminum. It's hard to say that way. We get the Miner Mark III. We get the heatsink, the turbo motor. Oh, which has its own little graphic now. How cute. And the battery. Cool. Just gonna sip my tea. And then, of course, nuclear power. You get the nuclear power plant, which has a water input now, because you need to provide it with cooling water. Uranium pellets is new. Casted from uranium ore. And sulfuric acid. It's very Factorio. So the last remaining thing we haven't got from the milestones here is monorail train technology. So, as per the ingredients we need from the top right, let's go collect them. Exploring's very relaxing until you reach the spiders. That's why I have them all replaced with nice little cat pictures. Alright. So this factory, I think the only thing it doesn't make right now that we could make is supercomputers. Other than that, I need to hook up more inputs to it. So, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to need way more of these if I'm actually going to make a train though, aren't I? I think that's what rails are made out of. 600 pipes. They're on the layer below. The cat pictures make them scarier, I am. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 100 complicated cubes, mega cubes. What are they called? You know what I'm talking about. Super cubes. Heavy modular frames, is it? I don't know. I still only have one machine making these. But you know, it produces more than we need. For now, anyway. For like a first build, even getting one of the manufacturers on and keeping it at 100% is pretty good. I mean, that'll sort you out. Until you want to make things more complicated.
Milestone reached.
Yay.
A new set of buildings and vehicles needed for long-range transportation has been made available. In addition to built-in power conduction, rails-based transit ensures increased efficiency and reliability for both the transport of pioneers and cargo.
Yeah. Alright, so I changed something down by the oil as well. I've only put half of this in right now, but it's just a job I can't be arsed dealing with. Alright. So previously what I was doing was turning the excess stuff into fuel and then burning the fuel off. The problem was, depending on power usage, the fuel would burn at different rates. Meaning that sometimes it would back up if like the factory shut down, and then because it backed up, the machines would stop producing plastic. So instead of that, since I set up the little oil power plant over there, now all these things make rubber, and they feed into these machines which use... No, hang on, not these ones. I thought power consumption was constant. No, it's not. They burn at different rates depending on the draw. So now these are making petroleum coke whenever they fill up with this. And 2 of them fully overclocked are enough to burn off all the heavy oil residue. And they're feeding it into an awesome sink. And there's a few of these going, which is why I have 18 coupons right now. So this is producing rubber, which is backing up over there. May have some storage for. But I haven't done replicated that exact setup for plastic, so plastic's a little underwhelming right now and isn't really getting it done. It's still coming out, but no, I can't slide down that. The awesome sinks are so loud. They are. There's a few things in this where they've put in sound effects. Like the manufacturer sound effects when they produce a part are super loud. I might be wrong, Zablog, but relying on them burning the fuel wasn't working. So that's all the changes here. I would show you the... this pipe goes to the fuel. Like the fuel generators. I have, I think, 36 of them over there. And that can be doubled. But it's a 2-minute tube ride in the tube. And there's nothing on the other end except a bunch of fuel generators. So if you want to see a 2-minute tube right there and back again. So that's all we're doing for the next 4 minutes. Tube right, fair, pipes up, jeez. Alright, fine. I shouldn't have even bothered asking, should I? So I put this in so that I wouldn't have to like run back and forth between the power plant and the main base. It's a nighttime tube ride as well. And it goes through the canyon. Oh, by the way, they put in actual water here now as well. Remember when I got all excited because there was coal so close to water and I was like, ooh, power plant time. Nope, that water was fake. But now it's real water. So it goes through the canyon and round to the oil on the other side. We go really fast on this bit because there's a drop. How long did this take to make? Not very long. You've only got to run it once, just dropping tubes down. And then another time with the power. And then you can use it to get back and forth. So you realise what the goal of the game is now. Well, obviously it's making what I have in the base, which is like a little centralised tube hub, but that for the entire map, right? So in the centre of the map, say, like here somewhere, we have a central tube hub. I mean, that was there to there, so I assume it would take like 10 minutes to cross the whole map. It depends which way you were going. If you built it really high up, you'd fly down to anywhere else really quickly, but coming up would be slow. So this is, I think I calculated all this right, but I'm not really sure. 5 generators, of which 2 appear to be only working occasionally. Which seems odd. Why aren't these outputs? Oh, of course, because it's not, they're all hooked up to 12 fuel gens, but the actual ratio is like 13 point something. So they're producing very slightly too much fuel. And then there's another one hooked up here, and another one hooked up on the other side. But there's also, I think, 2 more bits of... There's like 2 more patches over there, and 1 more over there. Which means this whole system can basically be doubled. Don't like this lake. It's a bit spooky, isn't it? So what we do when we need more power, basically, is to come back here. I left some construction equipment for making more stuff here as well. Is come back with everything we need to make this whole thing again, and then just throw it down for the other 3 oil nodes. It's relatively cheap, and this outputs this polymer resin, which can just be fed into the awesome sink, so you don't have to worry about storage. I bet you can't feed nuclear waste into the awesome sink. So that's fun, isn't it? I mean, if we start running into power issues, which is likely, if we set up a bunch more machines, there's a lot of manufacturers on at the base right now. Then we just come back here and double up. And then that'll do us till nuclear's in. Someone said you can't on a previous... It would make sense that you couldn't just void it. Although the awesome sink's really useful for just voiding the excess off the fuel refineries, So, what are we going to do today? Took me half an hour just to show you around. Do you have enough Watsits to buy the Tesla thingy yet? Well, I think I do, is the thing. Does this game keep playing for a bit after you save it and log out? Because I feel like there's been times I've logged back into it and the game's acted like I was just offline idle for an hour. Because I've just checked and had like way more tickets than I was expecting. I'm starting to want Factorio style logic circuits in this. Which one is better, Satisfactory or Factorio? I'd say, on the whole, I'd have to say Factorio, honestly. Let me just take my jumper off. No peeking. Ugh. Nice. Okay. So now tier 7's the only tier. And we can afford all of this crap. I mean, well, we can afford the first one and then the rest of it all takes the sheets, you know, which we kind of have to mass produce. Am I making AI limiters? I think I am. No, I'm not. I don't think I am. So that's one thing to make. Like, the fun of this is the 3D and it looks nice and so on. I'd end up giving it to Factorio. I mean, yeah, Factorio, just because it's easier to run, which is, you know, you can run it on more stuff. Oh, I've got 19 tickets. And we need 20 for the Cyber Wagon. Well, farewell 50 computers. It's good we can just do that now if we need these for anything. Void a bunch. Mainly just use it to buy health packs, honestly. How do you make one then? Absolutely indestructible, needs no further introduction. Well, that was worth it, wasn't it? Looks like Nevada caucuses didn't... I knew that was Jim 13 just from it being about the election. Thank you very much for the bits, Jim 13. Yeah, this is going to be a long night, isn't it? Or, you know, probably a long month. I saw that they were asking the people to sign non-disclosure agreements as well. Is there anything in here? Stand by. Just these. Brilliant. Why aren't you fully overclocked? Although we don't actually need this platform now, do we? Because there's not going to be any more project assembly. because it's not in the game yet. Right, so the things we might need trains for are bauxite, obviously, because it's only in one place on the map and it's miles away. Oil. I mean, we need more oil production at the base. What we've got right now making plastic and rubber is sort of getting us by. I think it is, anyway. Are we backing up on plastic? Thank you very much, Tau Alpha, for the knives. Right, so we're backing up on rubber here. Oh, my bad. Oh no, it's welcome. Thank you for the bits again. I enjoy election talk. So these Caterium computers use rubber, but they don't use all the rubber, which is why we're backing up in this box. And then that will back up all the way along the line. Hey look, the pod's back. Plastic is just holding steady though. I mean, I actually think it's very slightly... I mean, plastic would be backing up if we hadn't built so much storage for circuits. What is wrong with us? Why did I build this many storage boxes? Look how much we've got. There's nearly 10,000 in each one. It's going to take forever. But then plastic will back up once it has. I'm a big American politics fan. I like following all of the nitty-gritty of the caucuses and so on. It's very fun. So, the other thing we might need trains for, and it's something that's a slightly simpler build, and it's something I want to work on, is sulfur, right? Because I think our only sulfur's very far away. And then we'd be replacing this pipeline with a train. So I know there's two. Now, I don't know if that's far away to justify a train, really. AI limiter manufacturing. I thought I was making them, but apparently I am not. Where are you? Down there? So it's not even up? Oh yeah, that's easy. Fun bit of trivia, if there's a tie to 4 decimal places and determining how delegates are rewarded, Nevada's law on breaking the tie is drawing for the high card? Wow. That's ludicrous. Trains are always justified. Well, the thing is, this is close, isn't it? It's not worth training just through here. It'll barely get up to speed before it has to stop again. It's really not that bad, is it, on sulfur? Sulfur was worse on the other start zone. Can't tell when they die is the thing. They just sit there menacingly. And it's a pure node as well. So the other thing I can see, like, we'd need an oil drop-off. Like an oil train or two, basically. Oh shit, another one. I like how there's always someone new with the cats. All right. So we're gonna have to go pick up all the stuff we need to belt this across. Better to do the runners. Go to the furthest node to maximize train time. Well, I was only going to set up a sulfur train if there wasn't a node nearby, because we probably only need one, really. Because all I'm going to use it for is to make bullets. And bombs. Bullets and bombs. I don't think you actually need it for anything. Yeah, so that's an arachnophobia mode where it changes the spider-like enemies so that they look like cats. Which I've mentioned, I'm not scared of spiders, but I do find that mode very funny, so. So we need pipes. He's never going to be able to avoid getting grabbed there. And this one, right? Oh no, this ain't right. That's pipes over there. I'm just soaring past it. Then again, these machines have pipes in, so let's steal them. And then we're going to need a whole shitload of this, which isn't backing up because I keep on taking it out of the box. So I feel like the fact that I keep stealing from this and that it's being used up there is not good. So a miner Mark II we've got. Then we're going to need a whole load of conveyor belts and these. Probably got the materials we need. Let's grab some more plates just in case. Look at the plastic being routed through the factory so no one shouts at me. Will be signs that label your platforms. Yeah, I need signs now so that you can know where you're going with these things. We can disassemble this thing now. But it's useful as like a beacon of where your base is. You can also hook, like, you can hook it into the factory, but given that you can just mass produce stuff and then shove it in there by hand. Oh, I remember the problem people had with Skyrim where there's just giant like tarantulas in like the first level. That's pretty bad game design. And then the mod that changes them to bears is funny. Yeah. I mean, I imagine it wasn't a big piece of dev time putting in the arachnophobia mode because they just swapped them. It's not like they've modeled cats or anything, is it? Just swaps them out. Have to put one in the middle. Then going past this poisonous plant. Before we go any further, let's just turn this thing on. Oh hey, some floating nuts. Lovely. Why is too long? Curses. I like, in a sense, that all the vegetation around here was bugged, because I didn't come in and cut down all the trees, so we have this nice lovely green space right near our house. So now if we overclock this 2 times, it will be producing an entire belt of this for us. I'm not sure if we need to do that, but we could have 480 of this coming down this belt relatively easily. So I'll do my calculations with that in mind. Where do I want to be going? We can just put it over here, can't we? Yeah, this way. I'm a fan of doing this now. I didn't do it so much at the start, but when you're driving around, having it be off the ground is just handy, you know. Alright, so I don't see a reason why we can't have our bullet platform be here. Bullet and bomb platform. Like maybe this is too close to this. Let's see. We'll just put a gap of 1, because nothing's going to actually be going between these ones, I don't think. I'm going to have to go get more concrete. So this is, yeah, that's well tall enough, definitely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great. We're gonna need a tube to get over here as well. Oh, I hope Bernie wins big. I listened back to my Q&A, which I was going to put out, but then so I answer a question about. I'll talk about this while I go get more concrete. Someone asked about. They say Bernie or bust or blue, no matter who. And my answer to that, I think, is going to be too divisive. At least one of the caucus sites is an actual casino. Wow. Well, the imagery of that is very interesting. Would vote Bloomberg over Trump. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, people shouted at me when I said I wouldn't be sure if... Like, you'd have to convince me that Bloomberg would be a better president than Trump. I'm not so sure. Not that I think he'll get the nomination or win it if he did. But part of the reason why I think he wouldn't win it is because people will be like, oh, well, I'm not going to go vote for Bloomberg. Like, and I know just anything, if you say anything except vote for the Democrat, it doesn't matter who they are. People get really mad at you. And they take it as you not understanding Trump is bad, which I don't like. Like, what a privilege take. You don't get that Trump's a bad person and will do all this bad stuff if you leave him in office. And it's like, no, that is true. But this sort of obligation to vote for whoever the Democrats run, even if they're shite, is kind of how we got Trump in the first place. You know. There we go. That's backwards. Plus, it can just be like you think Bloomberg will lose and Bernie Sanders will win. So run the one who you think will definitely win it. Then it's just a viable tactic in the primary to be like, well, I'm not going to vote if you run Bloomberg. Like, that's not splitting or anything like that. That's just being like, well, try me. And I'm in favour of that. I think people should do that. Biden has about a third of the support, and Sanders is the largest by some margin. I already saw a take which was like, well, we can't line that up, so gotta put this in. It was like, the big story tonight's who comes second. It's like, oh, yeah, of course. Of course it is. Well, I'm gonna have to route around this now. So they're just conveyor belt Mark IIIs, that's all. There we go. Of course, over in the UK, blue is the Tory colour, and red is Labour. I feel like we need to get on the same page with that. One of them should just agree to swap. There we go. Okay, so we have a possible 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's put it right in the middle, actually. We've got a possible 480 sulfur coming in this way. Doesn't have 480 right now. Wish you could ride up these. Because I don't think I can fly this high. Nope. It's just, I got a tiny little glimpse. They're closing my uni for a week because of the coronavirus. Holy shit. I'm getting more worried about that thing. Good job I never leave the house. I'm leaving the house tomorrow. Oh crap. Okay, so sulfur. What can we do with sulfur? Nothing in this, right? It's got to be something. Okay, so black powder. So we need coal, sulfur. Is that really all we can do with it? We're not going to turn that much into... Oh, we're only using 15 a minute. So if we put in 4 of these machines, we'll only be using 60. Which is a fraction of the whole belt. I'm not actually anticipating needing a whole bunch of this. If you put black powder in the MAM, you'll unlock more. That is true, isn't it? What if we handcraft some and do some... Now what we'd also need is coal. Now we've got coal right here, obviously, and it's not all being used. So if we just split some off. We got Mark II miners. I mean, if we end up needing more than we have, we can just overclock those another time. Okay. So sulfur. Let's see. We need 100 black powder for that, 200 for that, and 100 for an extra hand slot, which is quite nice. But I also want to see what this is, so let's get the 100 first. Oh yeah, I also need to pick coal up. I'm just going to split it off, because it's so conveniently placed, you know. Shit. Shit. Alright, what is this output? 240. Because I imagine this will only actually be using coal. Oh crap. Alright, what's this connected to? That one, that one, that one, and that one. It's only actually going to be using coal. when we're producing bombs and stuff, which, you know, it'll fill up a box with it. And then not be doing that anymore. You can also just... Oh, yeah, they put that in, didn't they? Ah. Curses, I forgot. Does that really work? Oh, look at that. Does it? Yeah, it just auto changes the wires as well. Oh, that's so nice. Well. Very good. Alright, so we grab some coal. How much do we need here even? Let's see, it's 1 to 2, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, while it's filling up, we can do some crafting. Exit polls has Bernie at +1. Oof, 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 oof. With Conservative Democrats. Jeez. That's interesting. What did we need? Like just 100 of this, wasn't it? To do the research. He's got 50% the early Hispanic vote. One of the... I feel bad about this. But something... Because I occasionally browse like the hashtags of the other candidates just to see what people are thinking. You know, you can end up in an echo chamber. No matter who you are. I read a lot of pro-Bernie stuff, obviously. My time on the internet. Let's research this bomb. Ah, oh, fuck yes, look at that. Inventory slots, lovely. So then we need another 200. I'm gonna keep these as buffers, you know. Why not? And one thing that the other candidates seem to be, like the fans of, say, Biden and so on, seem to be expecting here is for Bernie to be ahead in states that are predominantly white. But when the minority votes start getting counted, Bernie's gonna get wrecked. That seems to be what they're expecting to happen. Now, I don't think that's true. It's the thing. Just looking at the numbers. Let's put these in equally. So when it's touching, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Never going to recount that. 1, 2, 3, whatever, close enough. I should have just went by placement on the ground, really, shouldn't I? Rather than trying to count the pips of movement. Let's try right there. Is that close enough? It is. Because you figure, like, Biden's got an early boost with black voters just because of being Obama's VP. And, like, but... but, no offense to him. He's rubbish. So, the longer it goes on, and the more people see of him, that support's just dropping, isn't it? With everyone, like, not just black voters. Biden popular with the old folks. Yeah. I hear he's got an old-timey charm, which I don't see. He just comes off like an old weirdo. Right. So, there's 120 coal on that belt. Each one of these uses only 7.5. So, I mean, that's, you know... We could put in another one of these easy, couldn't we? Because we're not even stealing that much coal. And 15 a minute sulfur. That is all you make out of it, isn't it? It's just black powder. I'm going to put some more machines in. Running out of cable here. Biden's a creepy old weirdo and his policies are terrible. Yeah. Just, yeah, I agree. Okay, so where do we want to route power from? You can make better coal with sulfur. There is something you can do with that, but it's so complicated that unless you're planning to do the whole, like every single node on the map, like some mega build, it's kind of pointless, I think. Like, I can just hook up more things to the base. You know what I mean? So we'll leave ourselves extra space again, just in case we want to put even more of these machines in. But I don't really foresee that being necessary. What do they output then? Let's see, 7.5 a minute. No, you don't. I saw some really bad takes on Twitter about Bernie's anger reminding them of abusive men and so on. And I think that in a race where there's multiple old white dudes who've been accused of sexual assault by multiple women, making that claim about the one old white dude who hasn't had those claims is really bizarre. fact, I could foresee if I need more of these. Okay. Like that. There we go. I like building in right angles like that because we can just easily slot in more machines if we need them. That bad take was also toxic. Yeah, it was wrong for those reasons. Well, there's a lot going on with that. The problem is, as with saying anything silly on the internet, is if you say something really ridiculous, then you get a lot of people responding to you. And 1 out of every 100 of those people is going to be someone who takes it way too far and is like, I wish you were abused because of your bad Twitter take. And then the person who said that is getting abuse and thus feels vindicated. Alright, let's go from here then. Drink the coffee. Oh yeah. Oh, I ran out of tea, IRL. Slam it into your face. Oh, I've got so little cable. There we go. Alright. We've got little tiny cute tubs of gunpowder. Nice. That's that automated. So now let's take a look at the old man, eh?
Hello there.
Oh, thank you very much, Tigerix, for gifting a sub to Earthman Dave. And for gifting 10 gift subs in the channel. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Alright. Let's go get steel pipes. Yeah, I can see the being mad about particular anger. I mean, you know, there's a lot of completely justifiable anger and reasons to shout, I happen to think. And it's in a lot of respects, it's a cultural thing as well, with certain groups that are a lot more animated than certain other less animated groups might, you know, be comfortable with, but it's no one's fault, really. Alright, so now we just need to wait for another 120 of this. Ugh. I mean, we could completely just put more of these in, But right now is the only time we're ever going to be bottlenecked on it, I think. So I just need to be patient and wait, like, you know, another minute. I can wait. Yeah, I was gonna say, I've seen people using the triple parentheses thing in order to, like, reclaim that, or, you know, diminish its effect or something by, like... And I don't know. I'm sure some other people who are doing that are silly libs. But I'm sure a lot of them aren't as well, you know. If someone feels like that takes the power out of it or whatever, then more power to them, I say. I'm still personally not a fan of it, though, you know. Alright, 29 more. All I really want is cartridges, and then we're going to make a rifle, which I don't think we can make right now. Oh no, we can, but if we happen to have the materials for it. Rifle. We do have the material for it. I remember hating this thing and thinking it sucked. And then we'll get that extra hand slot so we can hold it. I'm cocking an empty gun. Okay, so we can't currently craft. This isn't the one that uses rebar. No, this is the one that actually fires bullets, I believe. I saw Dan Olsen use it, so it's probably okay. Alright, so here we go. How do you make rifle cartridges? I mean, that's so good, though. We just need a little more. Just 12 more. And then we get extra inventory slots, which is like the best thing you can get in this game. There we go. Okay. So I assume this is made in assembler. Fucking hell, it's made in a manufacturer? Or it won't be made in a constructor. Jesus. I remember hearing about the rifle getting buffed. It had better. Alright, I need cable. Didn't I run cable somewhere? It's over here or something. It was making... Nope. Well, I can't remember. I think it's up there, actually. Oh shit, look, we've backed up on high-speed connectors. I guess I'll just have to go and actually grab them. There we go. I need another one of these now that goes to sulfur processing. Can't believe I spent 20 tickets on that fucking car. Oh, I also need plastic. God damn. The stream wanted the content. Anyone who thought I was going to run out of fuel and it would have made a funny clip? No. You don't get that in your life. Not today. Shoot the car with a gun once you get the ammo. I was hoping you'd take the long tube to the fuel plant to get a refill. Oh god. No, I got a box with it. I love how the stuff just flies out of you and sort of generally at the place where you're pointing. That's fucked up though. Why does it cost a beacon? You see why I never automated production of these fucking things. Because that means you need another one of these making beacons. That guest sense is where you get the alternative beacon recipe. There's an alt recipe that doesn't. Oh, okay, well, fuck this then. Until we'll just let that box fill with powder. That's the end of that. I'm not also building like mechanized automated beacon production just to turn it into bullets. That doesn't even make sense. Yay, more stuff. Okay, but we need hard drives for that. I've got a question. So down here, this is radio signal scanning, right, which we researched. Node researched, we did that. But it doesn't do anything, I don't think. We got this is 100% done, so we got the whole map unveiled around this. No one here remembers proceedings, do they? But what does radio signal scanning do? Does anyone know? Try your object scanner. Okay. Oh, look, we can do crash sites now. Here, I thought it was tied because it was a node after the signal. That's interesting, isn't it? Now, I think that they shouldn't have this be on this scanner. I think they should have it be on there, because then there would be a reason to have those exist. Like, that's a thing they uncover on the map and they show you where the crash sites are. I feel like you still gotta be pretty close for them to show up, right? And then, is it gonna show ones where I've already clicked it? I mean, opened it up. Because then it's basically useless, isn't it? Yeah, it is identifying this one. So yeah, that is worse than actually just looking around for them. Well, that's pointless. Oh, one thing though. We can probably, now that we've yeah, I just need 6 more beacons. What is growling at me so persistently? Fuck off. What the hell is that? That sound. Did you all hear that? It's like a drill. A freight car. Though, freight car. What, is there a fluid car? Because there's a fluid platform. But I remember there being a trailer. Where the fluid cars looked different, right? So there's a lot of extra nodes in the area that we've not hooked up, but I'm going to wait till we've got level 3 miners for that. And then they can just go into the inputs. I think the fluid car requires extra research. Did you get your buggy back? No, I just made another one. I honestly thought the Cybertruck was just going to use this model, but, you know, just be like an extra buggy, but no. I thought it was going to, like, use the skeleton of the buggy and drive around like that, but it did not. Alright, so, let's see. There's no fluid cars here. A high card draw happened. What, seriously? Are you joking, Jim 13? I thought that was like an absurd... Oh, I can't even put them down to check because I don't have computers on me. That's got to be a joke. Okay, so... Off the stuff on the map, let's see. So that's our oil patch, that's our power plant. There are places that we can put geothermals. I think I've found 2 of them. The other one's like here. There's more oil over here. But it would be better if we could find another source of oil. Like this one here. Let's go and scan over there or something. Because that's a little too far. And all this is just a mystery for me right now. There will likely be several instances. Oh, wow. That's a fucking joke. And Americans make fun of all of our shit we have. Whenever there's a Queen's speech and they have to go through all the absurd rigmarole. Whereas over there they're just fucking playing cards to decide who gets to... Jeez. Woof, wasn't expecting that. So yeah, I'm kind of hoping that there's just more oil over here. And then that's target for the oil train. See, look, forgetting to put them high up leads to situations like this, where you have to, like, clamber over. That doesn't bode well. Nothing. They're the closest to the ones we've already got. Now, running a pipe that long is causing us some problems, I think. So just stripping that out and putting in a fluid train would probably be best. And then this is the power plant stuff, so we won't touch that. Kind of interesting that Hassan gets more viewers than Bernie Sanders. I'd expect that. Hassan's a popular bloke. I met Hassan. He's a large lad. So I'm just heading south for a bit, and then I'm going to try again around here to see if we get a better hit. But, you know, unless there's something like right here. Boo, there isn't. No. The problem with this is might be impassable, so because our belt just cuts through here, so our train would have to go like down here and around, right? Let's go check it out. Even larger than Sean. Yeah, he's a couple of inches taller than me. Not that I never meet anyone who's taller than me or anything, but it's, you know, it's noteworthy. Secret slug. I want to meet Mia Mulder. I heard Mia Mulder's like 6'7" or 8 or something. I like really tall people. I like really tall people and really short people. Like, yeah, that's awesome. Okay, is there a way to get a train through here? I mean, no, right? That's too thin. Over here, you got the gas. I mean, it could fit through there. We should probably go the safe way. Right, so this is like the way out, is it? No, there like isn't really just one clear way out. I don't think we'd have to like, yeah, come up here through these trees to clear these trees out. That's like a big way through, and then this is like a road we can lay a track down on. Fun. I'm like not that tall, but I'm quite what I'll charitably call wide as well. Right, so are we using all the available oil in the vicinity? That's one question we have to ask before we proceed. Because there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nodes at the other place. So how many nodes are here then? That just looks like 4, right? That's really the only oil in the area, isn't it? It's just up there. Nothing else ever ticks. It's going to be all the way over the other side of the map. Now, we can really boost our output here as well. I don't even think I counted. What's the output on these two? Okay, so it's 180. This is pretty low yield compared to the other place. And 180, right? So if we used overclockers, we could... No wonder! I've been building as if we had 300 input. And we don't. So I probably don't even need a train here. All I need to do is just come and overclock these flipping machines. I don't feel tall for being over 6 feet. You know, I don't usually notice it, because I have a lot of friends who are like shorter than me and shorter than me by a lot. And I just sort of end up thinking of us as like the same height. But then it's, if I see myself in a mirror or a photograph standing next to one of them, I'm like, holy shit. I'm like way bigger than my mental image of myself. Okay, so instead of trains, what we're going to do... Yeah, because I built a bunch of machines down there, thinking I'd already overclocked these pipes and they were carrying 300 per, which is the max. But they're not. They're carrying basically just over half that. So no wonder we've been struggling. Whee! I really like how this car handles. Maybe this pipeline just works then. How are we going to build it? Can you scooch under there? Just do a little crouch. What we're going to have to build a train for then is bauxite. What's in the truck right now? The horrible truck that I hate. Let's grab coal out of it. In fact, let's just take the batteries out. And we'll fill the car up with that. There we go. So let's go overclock all the stuff, which makes the numbers go up. So much excitement, I forgot to mention I'm going to a Sanders rally tomorrow, says Jim 13. I hope you have a lot of fun. Say hello to Mr. Sanders from me. Now we could hook up the geothermals as well by using tickets to buy 50 supercomputers. Other than that, we don't really use either of these things, so I'm not too bothered. So our only other real thing here that we can unlock is this, right? Let's do that while we're here. Remind me to grab the overclockers on the way back. I've been watching Cavs Hitman VODs and losing my mind. Jeez. I can't even watch. Alright, there we go. I will tell him a skullboy from the internet says hi. Thank you very much. So let's just colour parachutes. Radio control units, but I don't know what they do. Let's get the expanded tool belt. Let's get the overclockers and overclock that stuff. And then our plastic / rubber manufacturing should almost double. I was wondering why it wasn't using all of the crude. I forgot the overclockers. Knew it would. I'm putting everything on much higher elevation in future. So yeah, this will solve our oil problems for a bit. In the future, we will need way more oil. And what that's going to mean is actually running a train all the way down to there, which is probably the next closest oil, unless we like drive along the coast and see if there's anything along there. Because that would be doable, wouldn't it? Like just through that long canyon. Oh, I need to start working out again. I bought a bunch of exercise equipment and used it every day for like 2 months. And then I got sad. Like something bad happened. And I went into a sad period and stopped using it. And then I haven't touched it for the last couple of months. And I really need to get back on that. That's how it always goes. It's like, if I'm in a happy place, then I can do everything. Like, I work fine, I eat right, I exercise, and then, but if anything happens to, like, affect my mood, I just stop doing all of that. Just, like, very high and low. So, what's the best thing to do here? If we leave the 60s alone, right? But then we overclock these by 2 times. That's 240 plus 60 is 300, which is the max output of the pipe, right? So if we want to only run 2 pipes down here, then we just overclock each of these twice. Right, so now this should creep up to 300 very slowly. Oh, all over the place, this one. What are you doing? Well, I'll assume it knows what it's doing. It's when we find out I forgot to power one of the pumps or something. There actually isn't a pump. There's like one right there, but why is this flow rate just bouncing around? Nope. Oh, who knows, eh? Whatever. We filled the pipes up, I guess. We'll look at it later. Bouncing properly due to length. I'll assume it's supposed to be doing what it's doing right now. So I'm confused about this bauxite liquid. That's new, because you used to just mine up bauxite and then turn it into stuff, didn't you? You two are my favourite enemies in the game right now. Just scatter you every time I come through. Maybe it's not being used. Well, I think it'll take a long time to fully fill the pipe up. I probably should just strip this out and put a train in, shouldn't I? But if it works... How many pull-ups can you do? Like 10, I think. Well, it depends. 10 chin-ups, maybe 4 pull-ups. Are you automating battery production? I am not. Okay. So if we see about unlocking the bauxite here. Although that's a super long train, isn't it? Okay, you have fun doing whatever you're doing, car. I'm too busy for your nonsense. I can do about half a chin up. What you do is you just do them really fast so you get a lot of momentum. Don't do that, that's dangerous. Alright, bauxite refinement. So, we unlock this, we find bauxite. Extracted from bauxite? Like, what the fuck does that mean? Well, I guess we'll find out, won't we? Alright, so computers, motors, I got in the wrong tube. Wait, what's the difference between chin-ups are your palms facing towards you. Mainly uses biceps. Pull-ups, palms facing away from you, mainly uses your back muscles, I think. Okay, so the third one along that one. Nope, one down. I was wrong. I don't know the layout of my own factory. And then 100 super cubes, which is what they're called. I don't trust any home pull-up bar to be able to hold my weight, though. That's the problem. Right, we've got 100 on us, don't we? And there we go.
Milestone reached. Quartz and bauxite scanning unlocked. A new generation of basic aluminum parts is now available, which can be constructed from bauxite after a complex process of refinement. Additionally, improved conveyor belts and lifts can now be constructed.
Right. It'd be nice if there was just one lurking on a nearby cliff or something, wouldn't there? But there's not going to be. So we need to look at this. Have I got some space? Well, that's where our train needs to go. Okay, so right next to... that one's the closest. So, where we've got the 2 supercomputer thing over there. Running the train across the desert's easy. Easy, easy, easy. Then we run into problems here. Alright. I hear the weather's... oh, can you hear the children outside? I can't. Look at all this crap. Okay. Dissolved alumina extracted from bauxite can be further refined into pure aluminum. Okay. Byproduct is silica, right? So I guess instead of bauxite ingots this time, you instead process it into this this alumina crap, which spits out silica as well. And then you process that out of the solution and petroleum coke. Fucking hell. And the petroleum coke is made out of that. So actually, that's not so problematic. All we're doing right now is just feeding that into a sink over there to get rid of it. Right? So instead of doing that, we just put all that in a box, right? So that's that sorted. We've done that. So we turn that into this using water, which we need to pump from somewhere. Then we turn that into that with the solution and that. And it also spits out more water. That we can just hook that back into the water input for the production. And then we've got the scrap. Then that needs to be smelted. You don't need a fucking foundry for that, do you? You do. Okay, so then that needs to be smelted, but you can use the silica. Hang on, what the fuck's happening here? Are we separating it from the silica using, like, some process and then smelting it back together again? Is that what we're doing? It is, isn't it? We're liquefying it, extracting the silica, turning it into scrap, smelting that, but we're smelting it with this. Wow. Well, that's going to be a complicated build. But before we can worry about that, it's train time. Don't know why the silica goes back in. Because you liquefy it out. I mean, the water won't be too hard. But it's just wherever we build this, it should be pretty close to our other oil platforms, which I still need to sort out. And I might put in an extra platform. Because what we're doing right now is overclocking these machines to get rid of it, like the extra stuff. However, these produce, if we put in enough to use the whole belt anyway. Because we could put in 10 machines, but we've got 6 making plastic. Right? But those 6 output 120 heavy oil residue per minute, which is being eaten at a rate of 100 a minute by these. So we could put in more plastic machines, but then the output would back up. Indeed, it will actually back up now. Let's see, one of them keeps flicking to yellow. This one's flicking to yellow. So we can't keep them on the whole time. What we really need is an extra platform of just petroleum coke machines. This one is actually 100% efficient. But also only if these ones are fully overclocked. Because these rubber machines output half of the heavy oil residue, so 10 by 10 is 100 per minute. It's been eaten by 2 of these at 50 each, which is 100. So, yeah. But just, again, voiding it all. So what we really need is, let's see, we need unoverclocked. What do these do? 60. Okay, so we need a platform just full of these, I think. I'm going to be back in a second, folks. I'm going to go into the other room and have a little think about, well, I'm going to go to the toilet. I'll be back in a sec. Hello again. Does anyone know who drew Sean's skull screen? That was my friend Stee. I am Stee on Twitter. And we have a lot more art and emotes in the works, but he was very irresponsible and had a child. So I'm being forgiving with it taking a while. Alright, so in future there will be another platform which is just for the disposal of heavy oil residue, except it won't be the disposal, it will be the storage of, because we will actually be using this petroleum coke. And then what we will need to do is balance it in such a way that we, however much we actually need, we save, and then we trash everything else, which we can do via splitters and the calculator app on the computer. I wonder if you get enough silica from the production of the bauxite to feed the production of the bauxite, or if you do not. Also, a factor here, we could do some production up that end, couldn't we? I mean, no. Not really. We should just get the ore back here, shouldn't we? Okay. Just trying to puzzle out where I actually want to put this. Are you going to paint the machines? Of course. I mean, right now, I'm just putting in the skeleton of everything. I mean, I haven't even put walls on or anything like that. Or fancy windows. Made it look all nice. So going that way might be a problem. How about on this side of this one, but higher up? Like the height of that one over there. So then this one, and then this will be like the cornerstone. Right, and then we just do a 10 by 10 here. And then this can be bauxite. I wonder if we'll end up having to run silica over here. Tough. I swear we will actually. Wow, we've been going for 2 hours. We will not get this train up and running today. We will at least start putting down the train. That's impossible. Concrete. I can't believe that I need a different type of gun recipe. I remember that it's so annoying just to get bullets in this game. Just regular bullets. Bernie's got with 1% reporting. I'm not going to pay any attention to that. 3, 4, 5. This might be a problem though. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Problem? Gas here? No, we're good. There's that uranium there as well. Click, click, click. Is it train time? It's almost train time. So if this is bauxite production, which is gonna be a fucking pain in the ass, then what we also need is lower down than this. Is where bauxite needs to be dropped off. So this is going to be the train station. Are the support beams under these platforms necessary? Not for support purposes, no. But for aesthetic purposes, you can't beat them. Wow, look at those. Expensive, expensive conveyor lifts. Very fancy. Vehicles. Alright, what do we need? Computers, heavy modular frames. Then this is going to have to be even wider, isn't it? Let's do another 2. Alright, so heavy modular frames, computers, concrete, right? Let's just so we're not doing quite so much running backwards and forwards. Curse you, very efficient past Sean. Right. With the noodle. Snake under here. And then we'll put the train station entrance in between these two. Hang on, what? This one, right on the seam. There we go. Very snaky. Very good. Alright. So, computers, heavy modular frames, and concrete. You need to label your tubes. This, unfortunately, there's no signs in the game, so you can't write down where each thing goes. You just gotta remember. Thank you very much for stopping by, William. I say that differently every time. I'm so offensively bad at pronunciations, I apologize. Thank you very much for stopping by. And yeah, everyone, if you have a spare dollar, a spare pound, a spare denomination of choice, head over to that stream. I don't know how to pronounce that. Gutian? And toss it in. Can you place different objects as markers? Oh yeah, I could. Like, I could put a thing on the ground, like the thing that goes to the concrete. I should just put a bag of concrete next to it, for instance. Alright, so upstairs now. Could you colour them? Oh yeah, colouring the tubes might be good as well. Okay, so that's probably enough to get a basic train station down. If this works out a lot better than the long pipe, I'll probably tear this pipe out and put in an oil train. Wouldn't a lone object left on the floor despawn? I don't know if it would. Possibly. Okay, so train station, right? Probably not what I'm calling it. Right. And then this is not going to be a fluid train. This is just going to be a regular old freight platform, right? I'm not even sure how much we're going to need. But that's easily changeable after the fact, isn't it, if we end up needing a longer train or whatever. Let's put in 3 freight cars worth right now. It's pointed in the right way. And then we just need an empty platform for the end. I hope they fixed the train pathing if you've got a car like with 2 locomotives on either end of it. Because the trains love braking. I wonder if they have done that actually. Actually, I think that's only a problem if there's multiple stops on a line that has trains on either end. Because it doesn't like going to one, stopping, and then coming back again. It would get confused and think it couldn't move. Oh. No, you don't. Okay, so freight car. Freight car. Why does that look different? Oh, it's just spawning weird. That's all. And then we need another 5 beacons. And then I'm gonna have to like massively stock up on track. And then probably go and path it out before I start throwing down track, because yeah, so locomotive. Oh, I need 2 more fucking pipes. Are you kidding? Alright, how do we make the railway then? So we need to grab hundreds of pipes and hundreds of beams. And then that's all we need. Yeah, okay. And then we gotta vaguely head towards where we're going. Now, the smart thing to do would be to walk it and then build the path afterwards, right? Or we could just aim at it and just start throwing down track. What do you reckon we should do? Aim at it and build. Yeah. I should just grab more than this, because I only end up having to come back. But yeah, let's store stuff we're not going to need, eh? I mean, nothing really apart from these 2 things, isn't it? I'm going to regret putting all this crap in the box. Concrete I can foresee needing. Some basic materials just to build benches and stuff if we happen to need it. I'm not going to need that many computers. Right, okay. So we're leaving our stuff next to the pipes. We have stuff next to the pipes, everyone. Oh, we're going upstairs too. Probably grabbing some more concrete will be a good idea as well, because there's sometimes, you know, like awkward terrain that you have to build a ramp up over, or such as that, you know. We had 96 people you've never met are currently looking at this same guy along with you as he builds factories. That's not weird. I'm used to gaming for an audience. Alright, so 3 boxes. Well, that's not right, is it? We're not meant to be able to go in there. Oh, I put down my heavy modular frames. Well, it doesn't matter. Okay, so we're going to bind that to, say, 4 for now. And we're going to scan for the bauxite, but it's over by that supercomputer. So we point at it, and away we go. There's no scrolling. Let's run along the top of this dune. It's a safe place to build, isn't it? So we're heading up over there, it looks like. I'm going to assume that that's an easier way to get up. This is going to be the worst train ever. I guess we can always delete a section of track if it turns out we didn't guess correctly. There's going to be a few left-right choices I'm going to have to make. I've watched videos about worst trains. Really? Leave me alone. I'm not in a fighting mood. Okay, so we got on kind of a road here. God, there's so many enemies around. A little bit of excitement there. As it paths across a lake. Wait, wrong buttons. Okay, now we need to stop and ask ourselves some questions, right? Which way to go? Because unfortunately the quick way to go is straight over. So we need to know if there's a way to cut through. It doesn't look like there's a nice way up or down. This just leads further down over there. How long do we still have to go? Or we can go down and around. We can go down and around, or we can build a ramp to cut across the top. If it's not that long, I'll go downhill and around the beach. But it doesn't look like there's a nice way up. Yeah, this isn't even water over here. Yep, there is no way up this way. So if we went up, it would have to be the other way. Leave me alone. I can foresee maybe getting through here. That means you can build an underwater train. Until they put the water in, they are updating the game, sadly. Now I feel like the direct method is best here. Big wall, go over it, right? We've still got a ways to go. And there isn't a quick and easy way through here. Ooh, look. There's a crash over there. Live for the moment. No. I mean, if we get up on top of here, then we got a lot of options. Oh, I though. Look at this. There's a whole bunch of uranium and rocks, but there's a way through here. Right, so instead of over there, we instead path down towards this thing. There's also a bunch of fucking gas around. They've made this an annoying place to get through, haven't they? Like, hope you got a gas mask and a radiation suit. Did I come and get this? I did, which means I need to build. Where is it? Organization. There we go. So yeah, instead of heading down towards the beach, we instead go through that little passage, which is just a big pain in the arse. But we've just got to get rid of the get rid of the rocks, right? Can we blow up the uranium nodes? That's a thought. They make a weird sound. Doubt you can blow up the uranium, because otherwise I don't have a suit yet, so I'm just going to have to deal with that. Oh, fucking not this again. These trees have a spot you can just get caught in them. Well, we're going to have to track back. What I should have remembered to do is hook this thing up to the electricity, right? I'll do that when we're back. I'll hook it up to electricity and I will pick up the locomotive, which means we can just drive that back when we need to. Is a rail ramp not feasible? It is feasible. It's a lot of concrete because this thing can't elevate too quickly, so you need to build a very long ramp basically. Oh well, we went a big way at the distance there. I like how much it snakes. You can always run back through later and, you know, tidy it up a bit once you actually know where you're going. So we need to make some bombs. There we go. Electrify the train line. Let's go handcraft a few bombs. And then we're most of the way there. I do need a bomb machine. I don't even know what they're made out of. Oh, I'm not wearing my jetpack. Shit. What would they be made in? The equipment workshop, probably. Oh, that's easy. Can you bomb the long leg guy? Why would I want to do that? I don't know, and no one knows, because no one's ever done it before. So that would be disgusting. Can take a drink while I do this. So we throw bombs all over the place in there. We route the thing through. We just heal through the poison and radiation sickness, I guess. Then we push all the way up to near the bauxite, and then it's time to I need a bauxite remote, don't I? How do you set these off again? How do you blow them up? Novelist detonator. Oh, there you go, you gotta create one of them. So I need an object scanner, which I have on me. And 5 encased industrial beams. Jeez. It's always the thing you don't have. whatever I chose to leave behind was obviously what I was going to need. You need 5 scanners? Really? Do I? Oh, so you do. Jeez. Well, okay. I need reinforced iron plates and screws? Seriously? Beacons. Need wire. Fucking hell. This is hell. Because the stuff you never automate production of, like beacons. Beacons are the worst. Iron plates. They talked about adding more threats to the game. Yeah, most of the threats are environmental in this, aren't they? Like areas that are tough to get to unless you got the right equipment. I suppose it would be difficult to implement some sort of wave thing like Factorio has, you know. Please, these aren't going to stack, are they? No, they're not. Of course they're not. Then I'm going to need another space on me again. Okay, so encased industrial beams. Need another box. Why did I delete the other box? What a pain in the ass that was. Dangerous areas. Yeah, that would be fun. Okay. Very good. This, but with the combat system of Horizon Zero Dawn. And enemies you could scrap for parts. I like doing that, just mashing together two completely different games. All right. It's train time. Ooh, it doesn't like all this foliage. Which way am I going around this big rock here? Yeah, this way. There's all these little balls on the floor. Could come through and clear this all out for aesthetic purposes, you know, so nothing clips through the rail. Take a different sort of. And let's see if this actually does break it. No, it doesn't break the uranium. Also an S on the ground. Eh. Gotta get this out the way. Well, that's the tough bit done. Now we just need to see where we're going. Oh, it's just over here as well, that's nice. This is a fast way to get to this area as well, I suppose. I mean, this is the obvious way to proceed forward, isn't it? I forgot to disassemble the locomotive. Which means we're going to have to run back. Unless I happen to have enough on me to make another locomotive. Just over there on the ground. I mean, we can get down to there and just path across the river, I guess. Underwater train. Oh, damn, that won't work, will it? It doesn't work when it goes through the water that deep. Are trains in this game simpler than Factorio? Yes, much, but to the point where they don't actually work. A lot of the time. It's time to just go look at where these are now, right? Well, I gotta fight you, obviously. If only I had my bullets. I hate those things. Oh, great, there's another one. Trying to avoid the knockback by attacking it from above. Okay. It's quite a weird swampy area. Well, what we need is space for a train station platform, which unfortunately means, oh, for the love of God. Enemies in the shrubs. Where'd it go? Gotcha. Means coming back with a chainsaw and clearing a path here. That, or we just go above it. Tiny little pixel. And then put some support legs down, you know. There we go. I think you only need a 4 wide here, don't you? I'm struggling a bit in this area, frame-wise, compared to the other one. What's going on? I guess there's more leaves than in the desert. so we got 1, 2, 3 right there. So then freight platform, not the fluid one, right? I guess they just put in tanks. Something like that. Okay, so we've got way more space than I anticipated, so let's budge this all left. There we go. They should still be reachable just by vertical conveyors. And then an empty platform. Nice. Can I blow up this tree? I can, great. Because I don't have fuel for my chainsaw. I forgot to bring chainsaw fuel. So now I've got bombs. Dordrecht Central. Well, I don't think so. I think this is bauxite mine 69. There we go. There. I wonder if we've got enough to build the miners. I brought way too much track. I thought it was a much longer thing. I can't even believe we got it yet. I'm gonna get my cup of tea out instead of my... So I need 6 of these. I don't know why I'm making these before I know if I can make the miners or not. That's foolish. They use regular frames. And I've only got the more advanced frames. I could make one of them. Really though, now it's hooked up. We can just hook the rest of the thing to it, can't we? Put some supports in. Then we just need to be sure that we bring everything we need next time, which is gonna be overclockers, regular cubes, normal, pure. If this other one's impure, I'm gonna just cry. Please don't be impure. Please don't fuck me like that. Impure, fuck. Why? I hate you, game. Grumble, grumble, grumble. It's just the worst. So need to hook these. Think about hooking these up now. Where are you at? So this is the big one, isn't it? We just path the whole jump without needing to put anything down. We can look at that. Wonderful. Probably fine. Hooked up. Great. Which means now this place should have power. Right? We don't have quick wire, but we wouldn't even need that, right? So all we need is miner Mark II. Which means, I mean, we could put down level 1 miners, but who cares? I guess we hook him up until we come back, just to fill these bauxite boxes up. Why not, eh? Just to prove the thing works. So in is on the left side. And I'm doing no balancing. I'm going to feed one into each, just randomly. And we'll balance it properly in a little bit. Oh, thank God. We've got enough stuff. We just need 2 beacons and we can drive back. You might want a storage buffer on the receive end. Yeah, that's a good idea. So, look at this. We've done it. I really wasn't expecting that to be so easy. Now we need to remember to... Oh, hang on. Is there collision yet? Well, I guess we're going to find out. So this isn't actually that long of a journey once we found this little hole through the rocks there. Just gotta take some gas and... I'm not taking damage in the train though. That's interesting. No collision yet. I don't even know how they would... The trains would just hit each other and stop, right? They're not gonna program in, like, actual train crashes. Like a glove. Alright. Hang on. What do we need? Boxes, overclockers. 1, 2. Fucking piece of crap. And locomotive. It'd be quicker to go through here. Nice. Roller coaster tycoon style explosions should be how they add collision. Oh god. So I guess we'd go put up, in fact, all the steel will be full again. So I guess we're just venting all the steel we have, except for 100 each. We'll go grab our stuff back. Go grab some cubes. It's 10 each, right? So we only need 30. Then we program the train. I suppose we have to set up a balancer, which means we need a bunch more encased industrial beam. There we go. That's enough. We got the extra portable miners there. Yeah, look, I haven't taken any health damage. Overclockers, before I forget. So, pure, normal, and impure. What is the best way to balance those so that an equal amount goes into each car? Oh, I've got the overclockers on me already. There's only 2 inputs on each one. Can't you do a merger and then a bunch of splitters? Well, if we merge it all to one belt is the thing, then we won't be getting the full... I got on the wrong one there, didn't I? Yeah, that one. You can merge it to multiple belts. Well, I'm not clever. That's the problem. Timetable. So, locomotive, insert choo-choo name, box, train. Dock. I don't know what that means. So, timetable, box drop, then box mine. Right. Ooh. Power's creeping up again. It's 1 plus 2 plus 4, so it gets a bit gnarly. Yeah, we'll take a look at it when we're there. This is neat, eh? You should enter the carriage to not take... Oh shit, yeah. Can I ride along in the back? And of course, for aesthetic purposes, I've said that a lot today, we should really come along and chainsaw down all the trees that passes, like the train passes through, but I can't be bothered. And there's a bit where the track there that goes under the ground briefly. But I'm okay with that. Split each stream into 3, combine into 3 streams that take a third from each node. Yeah, that's the way to do it, isn't it? The base has bauxite now. Alright. Right. Do I even want that facing this way? Yeah, I guess so. Do I need another portable miner? There's one in it. That's annoying. It can't factor in the materials in the thing. Hang on. There might even be a simpler way to do this. Just trash all this bauxite. No power. Well, stop bullshitting. Oh wait, I moved that around, didn't I? I hope this doesn't trip the power. Why does the train go through a red zone? Because that was the shortest path here. It's actually a really straight path. I was expecting it to go a lot more. See, look, you can cut straight through there, but we had to blow up some rocks, and there's some uranium around that I can't get rid of yet. But other than that, it's like a straight shot, isn't it? Alright. Yeah, I'll do this, the very complicated splitter. I'm not looking forward to doing this. Alright. think it's doable. Like this. So now we do 1, 2, and 3. Right. Then this one. Please, just bastard. Right. Split like this. And 3. All right. Damn it. This absolute mess. Well, that'll fill up all the boxes equally. Yeah, I think that it's a fucking mess to look at, isn't it? But whatever. We don't have to think about it. And that is all of it at once. So we got like 1 full belt, 1 half belt, and 1 like quarter belt, I think. So our output here is 480 plus 300, so that's 780. Plus 150, is that right? Yeah, we've got some more if we need it. So 930 bauxite comes on this train. So we need to get a sense of how much actually gets transported by the train. I thought it was going to put those on top of the other crates, not just clip them. Yeah, I think the full train animations aren't done, or they just don't really care about it, you know. Right now it just acts like it's picking a box up and putting it on. The receiving end is supposed to pick them up. It does is the thing, but not if the box is full. Like if there's nothing to output it to. Like, we'll see here. This end will take the crates off, assuming that there is sufficient inventory space to completely empty the crates. Need to put down some supports under these two as well. Well, that was wrong, wasn't it? Right. It just stopped and then drove away again without unloading. So, what's going on here? Now it just goes to each one. No, this one isn't full is the thing. It's got nothing on it. That's why it's not unloading. But how do we... We can click on the train and we can edit the train route, but I can't tell it what to do once it's there. You just had it on the screen. Oh, hang on, wait. This thing, yeah, it's these, isn't it? Unload. I'm a fool, I forgot to click these buttons here. I thought that this option was in the main train station thing, but it's each platform does it individually. Of course. Well, there we go. Problem solved. Once this comes back. Now, do we rebalance again on this end, or do we just trust our balancing? Put some pillars in and wait for the car to come back. The train, even. Nice. So I wonder how much is actually brought through. Like, we can work with the actual number we have. Like 980. Or 930 or whatever it was. But I think there'll be breaks in that. I mean, while we're setting the whole thing up, we should build storage, really, shouldn't we? Here we go. Unloading. There we go. And assuming that you have complete, like, you completely empty and fill the trains at each end, then it never does the annoying animation. Where it like fake fills it. So there we go, they're about even. What would the best thing be to do for the storage here then? I could just put down an extra box for each one of these, couldn't I? Like this. I don't have steel pipes. Yeah, I think that's quite cute. We never need to feed into this thing, so... Let's go get pipes. We still not filled this thing full of rubber. Oh, I guess it's... Yeah, we're backing up on rubber now. Awesome. We're probably not still backing up on plastic, because the plastic is very inefficient. Yeah. I need to build that proper overflow platform. But that's for another day. Right now, I mean, it works, doesn't it? So long as it works, kind of, never try to improve it. That's the saying. All right. Extra storage. Am I really going to trash 1,000 bauxite just because that's one off the rest of them? No, I'm not. Well, I think that's as good a place as any to stop. Been going just over 3 hours. I want to go and look at election results all night. We've got bauxite here. So next up is building the awful bauxite production process, which looks like a giant pain in the ass. Let's see how much they bring me. Oh, thank you very much for the host, Tremia Groupie. I think it takes it down and then just drops it like 10 feet. Okay, so that was like to there, so that's 100, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So like 1,200 odd we get from each train trip. And then all of this system will fill up, is the thing. These will fill up and that'll back up before we've built the actual system to make bauxite. So then it should be evenly balanced as long as I remember to draw from all 3 crates equally. Wonderful. So that's bauxite refinement. Well, you know, the beginning of bauxite refinement. Then turbo motor. There's nothing we can even do with that, is there? Yet, anyway. I mean, once you've automated production of like heat sinks and turbo motors, that's like as far as you can get right now, isn't it? And then it's just building nuclear power plants for the hell of it. And supercomputers as well. We're still not doing supercomputers. Yep. What a pain. If we sort out AI limiters and then fix our plastic production, we could set up a supercomputer factory. That might be fun. Yeah, well. I mean, the coupons do roll in. And we can feed whatever we want in here now, because we've got so much, like, look at that, just 22 of those, just straight in. Got another coupon. Wonderful. Well, it's for another time. We're getting there, though. I mean, what I'm scared of, right? I'm scared of whatever the hell the next phase is, because you don't really need with the stuff that's in the game right now, you don't really need the next level of belt. You know? Like, you don't really need it. You don't really need nuclear power either. Like, because we've got this far, and we haven't even... I've used half of one set of oil nodes. Like, I could go push that up over 10k easy just by throwing down another 36 fuel generators. Right? So you don't really need nuclear power, and you don't really need anything else. So, I mean, the next level of stuff that has to go into that, if it wants you, like, you don't need level 2 smelters or level 2, like, constructors or anything. So I don't know if it just gets exponentially more difficult from here, or if they've built it assuming that you're going to do less level of automation than I have here, and, you know, might have a less efficient factory and need to upgrade everything to level 2 to get away with it. You don't even really need level 3 miners or anything. I mean, this factory is making everything we need with, like, and it's hooked up to 4 iron nodes. That's it. And look, most of the smelters aren't even doing anything right now. Like, you know, there's a few, it's like, what, a third of them are on, even? Like, beyond being like, instead of 2 computer manufacturers, I want 6. I mean, that's it, right? I don't know. That's why I think at the next level of this thing, it's going to be like 10,000 adaptive control units or something. Like, you know. Yeah. Time to reach for the golden nut statue from the Awesome Shop. Oh yeah, the statues, isn't there? 1,000. Wow. That's just like putting in 4 supercomputer factories and having them just feed into it, I guess. Yeah, they put the Cybertruck in. And it's ridiculous. Oh shit, look. You can just buy cartridges. Fuck it, I might just buy them. I mean, I spend coupons on this and this now. That's it. I'm gonna buy 3. The problem is, it just goes, you know. What we're gonna need, ideally, is we're gonna need more hard drives, and we're gonna have to find the cartridge. Let's right click, do anything. No. We're gonna have to find the cartridge recipe that doesn't require beacons. I remember finding this very underwhelming last time I tried it. How many more? We've got a very large inventory now. Where's something alive? Oh, look as well. Yeah, I forgot. There are things we can do now. That's like way too far away. I was fooled by perspective. There we go. So yeah, we can travel around and see to clearing out some of the rocks that are in our way in places. That's ludicrous. Rather affected. Oh, hello. That's okay. I suppose. The main problem with it is just that that the clips are so expensive. Like, it's okay if you automate production of them. And you've always got a box full of them back in the base to remember to pick up. Why does it creep me out that Musk assumes Cybertruck standing up to people beating on your vehicle with a hammer as a selling point? Is there anyone who can tell him about crumple zones and the fact that vehicles are more dangerous if they are rigid and don't? You know, does he know about that? There's just no one there to tell him, look, you don't know what you're talking about. Well, that's good. I feel much safer now. Do you lose the ammo if you reload? No, you don't. Each one of those, right? Cartridge. It's one shot of the gun. It's unbelievable. Where's this train? It's behind me. Well, I feel like we got a lot done today. I wasn't expecting to get the train set up, but it turned out to be much less painful than I was expecting. Turret carriages on the train. That's a cool addition to Factorio. Alright, that's it from me today. I'm going to do a raid, probably of the channel that's doing a charity stream if they're on right now. Otherwise, whoever's got the least viewers. Thanks a lot for tuning in, folks. Thanks for the support. As always, I will be back on Monday at the regular time. Probably won't be streaming tomorrow. And yes, Mass Effect 2. Wow. Alright. /raid GUTIANGANG. Alright. Go over there, folks. It's for charity, so be nice. If you donate, remember to tell them that I sent you so that I appear benevolent and powerful. And I'll see you on Monday. Bye.